Anybody love David Tennant? I would listen to that Scottish actor, read the phone book, or talk about dirt.
Can you tell I haven't filmed one of these videos in a long time, guys? You're gonna get me all over the place today.
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It is so great to be back with you here on the channel. Finally had a chance to film a video for you and I'm thrilled about it. I am going to share my November favorites with you. I know it's the December. Thank you for your grace. I am going to do my best not to blabber on and on in this intro. I just want it to be all about the awesome favorites. So let's get started. Woo! I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful holiday season right now. November passed by in a complete whirl for me. It was very busy. I was rehearsing a show, very excited about that show, and then right in the middle of that rehearsal process, I got sick. Like, really sick. It was awful. It was a variation of a flu, although I thankfully tested negative for the flu virus, but it took me a long time to get back on the wellness train, and then once I did, I went right into tech and opening our show. So it's been a really busy time. I am going to start with a pair of shoes. They are somewhere in my closet, or they're underneath the couch, or they might even be in the back seat of my car. I have a very long commute to the theater, though sometimes I will put like an extra pair of shoes or something to change into on my way home from my theater job. So here is a picture right here. They are Crocs. Or if you know the actor Alan Cumming, who is Scottish, I love hearing him talk about these shoes. He calls them Crocs, which I think is really fun. I know I'm not Scottish. Sorry guys. Anyone from Scotland watching, I apologize for butchering your incredible accents. Anybody love David Tennant? I would listen to that Scottish actor, read the phone book, or talk about dirt.
But I digress. Can you tell I haven't filmed one of these videos in a long time, guys? You're gonna get me all over the place today.
And they are their standard black clog Croc. That's completely a tongue twister. I got them on sale at DSW at a really lovely discounted price. They came in a couple of different colors. At first when I got them, I thought, okay, these do look a little cray-cray. They look huge, they look a little cumbersome, but you know what? They're so comfortable, I don't even care. Because I'm hot-natured, I can put on a really nice pair of thick socks, and the climate that I live in Texas, they are still great, and they will transition me into winter. Obviously, as we get colder, and if there's rain and snow, mine do not have a back on the heel, although you can find a version of that are more suitable to rain and snowy conditions. I love them. I wear them all the time. They're a great buy if you love a comfort shoe. The older I get, the less I care that it looks gorgeous and amazing, and the more I care that they're functional and comfortable and wonderful. So first favorite, I'll have the link down below. If you haven't tried Crocs out, give them a try. There's tons of styles. There's also some great ones for summer. If you kind of want to ease in, but you don't want that big cumbersome clog style that I have showed you. They have wonderful flip-flops and summer options and like slip-on shoes. And that's kind of how I got into Crocs. I started wearing Croc flip-flops and they were so comfortable that I wore them every day in the summer. And then I've kind of transitioned to other styles. So highly recommend. They're wonderful, check them out. So my next favorite is a beauty favorite. I just have one this month. I found a new to me eyeshadow palette that I've really been enjoying. This is the CoverGirl True Sunsets palette. It is an incredible color palette, but it's not usually the kind that I wear. As you can see, all these really, really rich berry plum tones, but you've also got some nice shimmers over here. This one came to me very serendipitously. I was in tech for the show that I'm doing. It's a Christmas show. It's a small cast, and we are dressed very lovely in the show. We're wearing formals and really pretty outfits. I got a note when they were looking at my overall look at my costume that they wanted to see a little bit more richer, warm tones in my makeup. I actually watched a YouTube tutorial, and I can't even tell you the beauty guru that I found. I had looked at the Anastasia palette that is for sale at Ulta and Sephora, and it was expensive, and I didn't want to pay that much. And in this YouTube video, she said, hey, this is a great dupe for those Anastasia palettes. And this CoverGirl True Naked Sunset was $9.99. I'm sure you could get it on sale or on a promotion, but I just got it full price at Target. But this has been worth every penny, and I would say this is absolutely a dupe for a more expensive palette. It's really, really good. I know that I'm not a makeup guru, but When I find good products that work on stage and that I can kind of wear in my everyday real life, we have a win-win. If you're just looking for this kind of warm, wonderful color tone, this is great for the holidays. I'll have the link down below for it because I've been enjoying using it in the show, but after the show is over, I'm definitely gonna work this into my everyday makeup routine when I want to spruce it up or wear just a little bit more than just a neutral eye. So love this beauty favorites. Oh, I wanna segue into books. I have some books to share and some stationery favorites. You know I'm always reading some good books, guys. These were the 2 books that I finished. I spent most of November, pretty much all of November, reading these 2 books, and they're amazing. So the first one is by Anne Lamott. She's an incredible memoirist, nonfiction writer. She has lots of great books out. My favorite book of hers is called Traveling Mercy's Thoughts on Faith, which is probably one of my favorite books of all time. And she has a lot of these small little kind of books. They look like pocket books. Like she has one in this size called Help Thanks Wow that's about prayer. She has one called Hallelujah Anyway that's about mercy. And they've all been lovely in their own way, but this one I think might be one of my favorite books that she's written in years and years. It's called Almost Everything, Notes on Hope. It's beautiful. It's like you're just sitting over coffee talking to your best friend. The premise for this is she wanted to write a bunch of letters of sorts that became a book to her grandchild and tell them everything she knew about hope, just impart hope to them in the crazy times that we live in. And so that was the impetus for the book. One chapter is incredible. It's called Unplug, and it's 1 page long, and it basically says, if you unplug something and then plug it back in, everything will usually start working again, including you. She has fun stuff like that, and then she talks about serious issues, but in a really fun, witty, smart, sometimes sarcastic, always genuine, very funny way. There's no one like her. Lots of writers try to imitate her. She's incredible. So I love, love, love this book. It will probably be one of my favorite top 10 books of the year, and so I'll have the link for Amazon down below. And then this one I also really enjoyed. I just took a little bit longer time to read it. I was actually on the launch team for this book. It's called The Eternal Current, How a Practice-Based Faith Can Save Us from Drowning. It's written by Aaron Niequist, and if you've heard that last name before, his wife is Shauna Niequist, who has written a lot of nonfiction books that I love, including Bread and Wine. That's a book I shared with you guys in my Vlogtober Lives. And this is his first book, and it's wonderful. It's a very specific niche book. I almost didn't share it just because if you're not looking for something on this subject, it might not be a page turner for you, but if you're looking for a book that really helps you look at quiet, internal solitude types of practices that you can work into your faith, this would be a game changer. I feel like everything that he talked about in this book is stuff that I've already heard about because I've done the research, but he put it in a really user-friendly, helpful way. He grew up in an evangelical church and a tradition that doesn't do liturgy and, prayers that are read from books and things like that. And I grew up in a similar faith tradition, but I am trying to adopt more of those slower, more intentional solitude practices in my life. Kind of talks about his journey going into sharing those types of practices in his faith. And it's just a really, really beautiful book. It's written in a lovely way. He gets very practical. I loved this book. It is a solid 4-star rating for me. And by the way, usually the only books I rate 5-star are like life-changing reads. So a 4-star rating for me is very, 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 very high. It means I really love the book. And it would be a great one to start your new year off with. Again, if you're not looking for a book about faith practices with a spiritual angle, this may not be your read, but if that's something that's interesting to you, this is very readable and approachable, and I loved it. If y'all don't know, and you should know if you've watched my channel at all, I am a huge journal nut. I love stationery products. I love a good pen, and I use tons and tons of journals. It's a pretty big habit that I have. I have a couple of journals that were huge favorites for me, especially in the month of November. I'm sharing them because they're incredible resources. I'll have the links down below. The first is the Val Marie Yearly Prayer Journal. This would also be an incredible gift. This is the Yearly Prayer Journal by Val Marie Paper. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is the 2018. I take Erin Condren monthly tabs and put the month tab in there so that I know where each month's section is. And each month there is a section where you fill out all sorts of different areas in your life that you want to pray for. There is another section with a bunch of blank lines where you can do sermon notes. You have an area for gratitude. I really, really love it. You can see a little sneak peek there of my January. You get one of them and then you use this the entire year. And it's also an incredible picture as you look back on your life at what your prayer legacy was like and how God has moved and worked in your life. It's just a wonderful thing to look back on, as well as a regular journal would be. They come in a couple of different colors every year. I love this green color. I wish they had this color offered in the 2019. Actually, I've already gotten my 2019. I'm gonna share that in an upcoming video. So if you've seen the insides of this journal, that's what the 2019 looks like. I love it. I really got back into journaling with this in the month of November, and I'm finishing strong in December, and it's an incredible resource. I'll have the link below. And then you guys have seen me talk about this off and on probably all the time because I most often put my favorites list when I film these videos for you in it. So this is my bullet journal. There's tons of YouTube channels we know about bullet journaling, and I'm kind of going down that rabbit hole. So if you want me to share more about my bullet journaling journey, let me know in the comments below, because I don't do all the really big, gorgeous, artistic, flowery things that a lot of people do because drawing is not my gifting, but I'm really enjoying the bullet journal process. This is the one I've been using this year. It's a Leuchtturm 1917. That's the brand, and I love this happy yellow color. There's a couple different bookmarks in it. What's wonderful with a bullet journal is the pages are numbered. It's a really lovely paper. They have dot grids or lined, and I love the line. It goes up to 250 pages. There's a little pocket in the back. There's a little sticker that you can put on the front and on the spine so you can label your bullet journals. I just really love this. You can see I've put two stickers from my favorite places in the world, the New York City Public Library and Iceland. I love decorating my bullet journal with stickers just to make it mine. I have been using this off and on all year and picked it up in November and really got back into it. I'm looking forward to starting a new journal in 2019. This Leuchtturm comes in an incredible array of colors. I have a lot to learn about bullet journaling. I'm reading a book on that I'm going to share with you guys. It's a great tool if you didn't already know about it, and I'll have the link down below. Okay, my last stationery favorite is this gorgeous pen that I have to admit I did treat myself with. I got this on Black Friday because it was an incredible deal, but I'm gonna put the link down below because you can still get it at Anthropologie. It's the Rifle Paper Company pen. I love me a good gel pen, but isn't that gorgeous? I thought it would match the aesthetic of a handful of the journals and planners and my goal planner that I'm using next year. This is just like a perfect gift pen. It's got a gold barrel. It writes in black gel ink. It says Rifle Paper Company on the little clip there. It's just a really nice pen. If you love really pretty stationery pens that are high quality that you can refill again, but you don't want to spend a lot of money on them, a lot of times I find good deals on Anthropologie, which is surprising, I know, because a lot of their things are high end and high priced. They have really good sales, so for me this was a good buy because I'll constantly refill it. So have the link down below. Love that pen. And then I'm sharing my Young Living favorites, guys, at the end because I did not have a huge amount of them this month. I don't quite know why. I used all the things that I use all the time, but new favorites didn't really pop out except for a couple. I shared this in my live unboxing. The Laurus Nobilis or Laurel Leaf Oil was new to me this month. I ordered it because I used an iTovi scan and it came up as something that would be supportive to me, and I love the scent of this. I love to diffuse this. I know it's in the Vitality bottle, but I like to diffuse Laurel for respiratory support. It's also very calming and soothing. I'll put this with lemon or lavender. I've put this with a lot of things actually. This has just been so lovely. So for me, I just really love the scent of it and I love to diffuse it. That has been a big favorite. And then I have a random combination. I got cedarwood and peppermint. For some reason, I decided to put the two of them together one day. I just wanted a blend that would be really good for focus, and I love me some peppermint. I actually don't normally use these cedarwood very often because sometimes when I apply this before I go to bed, I have really crazy dreams. Like, it's really supportive for sleep. My husband, this is wonderful for him for sleep support. This has been the go-to oil when he needs an oil for sleep support. I had heard that was also good for focus, which I thought was interesting because in the past I've only used it to help me when I'm sleeping. I put the two together, a magic combination in the diffuser. I put it on in my office when I was writing, got a lot done, really enjoyed the scent. It was very crisp and refreshing. And if I'm not mistaken, I checked and I think that Young Living has a soap with these two in it. So go figure, I guess I picked a popular combination. So you've probably already heard of these two together. It was new to me, I really enjoyed it. Great for focus and clarity and just wonderful all around scent in the room while I was working. So guys, those are my November favorites. I have all the links below for you to check out. Please, please, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already subscribed. Let me know in the comments what your favorite things are. And I can't wait to share more videos with you. Hope everybody is well on the other side of that screen. Take care, and I'll be back at you soon with another video. Bye guys.